What is up, everyone? Ever since 2018, whenever I learned about the idea of a growth mindset, I have been making lists and vision boards of things that I want to do in my life. And one of those things is building a 370Z drift car. Now, I'm not sure that I'm going to turn this into a full competition drift car, but as you have seen on my channel, I bought this 370Z with a blown motor. And so now I've got this motor nearly ready to take out. I only have a couple things left to do, such as removing the AC compressor and the power steering pump, as well as a couple little other odds and ends on here, so I can drop this motor with the subframe and transmission to begin replacing this motor. But first, I need to order a motor. I have found a motor online that I'm looking at, and I plan to order that motor soon. But in the meantime, while I'm waiting on that, I'm gonna go ahead and start prepping the rest of this car to get it restored and cleaned up close to the original condition of this car. And one of those things I've been working on is cleaning out the interior. This interior was very dirty. So I've done a quick clean through here. I have vacuumed things out, but the seats have stains on them, so I'm going to begin working on getting those cleaned up today. And the other thing I want to do is go ahead and get the wheels and tires back on this car so that I can move this thing out of the garage. I'm nearly finished with my Airbnb. We're so close now down there. We just have a few things left to do. So I will be working on that stuff coming up over the next couple weeks. And then I should be finished with that build so I can continue working on this 370 Nismo Z. Wow, guys, that was easier than I thought. I've never had to clean seats, fabric seats that dirty before. I've mainly had leather seats, so I really know how to take care of those. I have had fabric seats before, but nothing that just a vacuum cleaner wouldn't take out. And that literally took like 5 minutes with that foam and brush. I went back and vacuumed everything again and cleaned everything again, and it's looking really good in there. Like I said, that was easiest cleanup I've ever done on a car so dirty. But you know what's even easier is making money in a crypto bull cycle. And in case you haven't been paying attention, crypto spot ETFs were just approved by the SEC, and billions of dollars are going to be flowing into the cryptocurrency world. This shot Bitcoin's price skyrocketing up to nearly $49,000 before having about a 20% correction. And Bitcoin is the world's only perfectly engineered money designed to never be expanded, therefore meaning it won't inflate away like the US dollar has done and other assets over the past 3 years. And with the upcoming halving event less than 90 days away, crypto is set to explode higher in 2024 and 2025. So if you like making money and building wealth, you can roll over a portion or all of your IRA or 401k into an ITRUSTCAPITAL IRA. I have been an investor and swing trader for nearly 20 years now, and it wasn't until I had a chance to slow down over the past couple years and really understand and study that I now see how massive of an opportunity this is going to be. That's why I rolled over a portion of my IRA over to ITRUSTCAPITAL. Not only do they allow you to invest in Bitcoin, ETH, Solana, and other alt tokens, you can also buy spot gold and silver. And if you're like me and you are paying attention to what is going on right now, it really seems like something is coming in the economy or in the stock market possibly later this year. So don't miss out on this opportunity to make life-changing money by rolling over your IRA into a tax-advantaged IRA with ITRUSTCAPITAL. If you're interested, you can click my referral link down in the link below. Now, let's get back to the video. All right, guys, next I would like to put these fenders back on so I can get these side skirts cleaned up and put back on as well, but there is an issue. So like I said in one of my previous videos, we had damage here to this bracket that the fender mounts to. So I am going to try to heat this up and bend this back into position the best I can next so we can get these fenders put back on. Now that I got the fender brackets back into position, I can begin putting the fenders back on, but I wanted to show you this real quick, guys. So the way I determined where these fender brackets were supposed to line up is I took a look at where these bolts lined up to the sheet metal below, referencing this bend in the sheet metal as well as this seam here, and I compared that to the other side that was not bent in order to determine the position of these brackets. So I'm gonna continue cleaning things up here so I can put these fenders back on, and then the side skirts and wheels so I can get this thing out of the garage today. We got a bit of rust on these attachment points for the lower side of the fender, so I'm gonna clean those up a little bit with some sandpaper and then just hit with a little rattle can action just to get some extra protection on that. Now that I got the fenders out of the box, cleaned up and installed these side markers, I can now begin installing these back on the car. Alright guys, I got the fenders back on. I got this side skirt back on the right hand side, but I need to get a couple more clips for this left hand side skirt. A couple of these broke off when I was removing it, and one is actually just missing. So I need to pick up some clips for that, but I just wanted to show you this fitment on this. Of course, these are the original fenders, so it made it a little bit easier lining it up. But we've got a really good gap here now on the fender to door. The same thing goes on this side. Our gaps to the A-pillar and to the hood look really pretty close to factory. The left-hand side of this hood is still sticking up because I've taken off one of the brackets, but as you can see when I push this down, the gap here on the left-hand side is a little bit bigger, maybe it's because of the brackets, but I am also noticing that the hood here doesn't line up exactly with the A-pillar and is setting a little bit low on this side. However, on this side, the hood is to the right-hand side of the vehicle and a little bit high, so it looks like this hood actually needs to be shifted over to the left ever so slightly. These hood hinges could be bent, or maybe we can just get a little bit of adjustment out of it, We may have to also go back and adjust these brackets a little bit more to close up this gap here. Like I said, as you can see, when I push the hood down, the gap is pretty even all the way down the fender. So that looks good. I'm gonna go ahead and throw the wheels back on this thing so I can get it moved out of the garage for now. But anyway, guys, this one wraps it up for me today. I can't wait to get the motor in for this thing so we can get it put back into the car and hopefully start driving this sometime here soon in the next couple weeks. I've still got a bit of work to do down at the Airbnb, but I'm nearly wrapped up down there. So hopefully I can start working on this a lot more here in the future. So you guys know what to do. Be sure to hit that like button. Be sure to subscribe if you want to see more, and keep building that dream. All right, peace out, guys.